boy! Ah, the birth of a star, indeed. Hello, everybody. Good morning. How is everybody's morning going? How's it been? How's it been? Has anything happened within the past, like, 7 hours? 7.5 hours or whatever it was since I last streamed? Hoping something interesting happened, but... This morning, I was... Okay. I was at work all yesterday, and wouldn't you know it, my phone was blowing up. But I'm like, refused to check my phone at work. You know? So I get home, and I look at my phone, and I'm like, oh god, what a mess. I have so many messages that are trying to kill me right now. So I stream, and then I get off stream. After streaming Esoteric Ebb. And all night I've been trying to meter myself and try and balance my own emotions around the shit that's been happening in my life lately. You don't... Fucking god, dude. It's been... Oh, organizing is so tough, dude. Organizing is so tough. Let me tell you. I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you that much. Getting people to do things, getting people to follow instructions, you know, getting people to be energized about this. It sucks. The whole thing sucks. So the whole thing sucks. And the reason why the whole thing sucks personally is because... So everybody, when it comes to, like, organizing, people are very flatlined about it. They're very half in, half out. You know, so that means that they don't have to be completely emotionally invested into it, and they can take it easy. And that's okay. That's okay, you know? I mean, organizing isn't exactly on the top of everybody's minds, even though it probably should be. I can't control what people do. The problem for me is that whenever something goes wrong, because of this lack of energy, because of this lack of organization, because of this lack of anything, then the people who are half in and half out, the people who are, like, not very caring much about this or whatever, then they step up to have something to say about the whole affair. And that kind of fucks with me. Like, a lot. Which, I mean... And, that's one part. Even though that's not the biggest... That's not the biggest thing. The biggest thing at the current moment is me telling somebody to do something and then them not doing it. It's fucking frustrating. Of course, this also all goes back to me and being a little slow and lazy with everything. But when I ask you for a fucking phone call, pick up the fucking phone! When I ask you to go out so we can talk to each other, like, one-on-one, so I can clear up what kind of organization I'm building, I'm helping build, then you pick up the call! Then you pick up the call! You don't run to your friends and be all like, hey, what are they talking about? What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm not gonna kill anybody, I swear! Alright. Today, this morning, we're back again with Pentiment. I don't know where we left off. I don't know anything that's happening. We'll muddle through. We'll muddle through like we're doing an Esoteric Ebb right now. I'm hoping we are not, like, at a point where we have, like, burned everything down in my mind, because usually when it comes to, like, RPGs like this, I have, like, an idea in my head about how I want to play the game. Usually that never pans out, though. Everything is always so surprising. It is currently meal hours, I believe. It is meal hours. So we have to go find somebody to eat food with, I think. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. We can blame the widow. I don't think anybody would mind. This early in the game. I'm sure somebody will mind. I wish I knew it. We have to go find somebody to eat with. I don't know. We talked to Leonard. Do I need to do anything in particular? I guess these are eating destinations? These are all the spots that I can eat at. The midwife, the Zimmerman house. Ah, I see! Franz Bauer and Widow Kemprin. Johann Bauer. There's a house here. House there. I think that's the mill. We can go to the refectory. Will they let me into the refectory? I could try the refectory. Will they let me eat there? I wouldn't mind that, I think. But I probably should eat with somebody else. France France Bauer and the Widow. Who do I need to talk to? Hang on. The Archdeacon's investigation. Jacob Essler, the Archdeacon of Friesing, has arrived in Curacao Abbey. We'll be questioning people connected with the Baron's death. He wants to question me in the chapter house of nuns. Stonemason's anger, the Widow's curse, the occult hands. I asked Frennick if he knew anything. He doesn't. Father Gear. Alright. Help me dig up the grave, or maybe Otto Zimmerman would be willing to help. Oh. Well, let's go to the Zimmerman house then. There we go. They're in the town commons. Right in the middle of the town commons. Alright, that's... Seems shrimple enough. Oh, no, that's to the Abbey. Oh, whoops. I thought for some reason that was the next area. The Church and the Druckers. Druckers these nuts. Tomas. The Drucker house. I want to go to the Commons, and then we can ask Otto, the Zimmerman house. Hey, you guys got any food? Hey, Otto, what's poppin', brother? You mind helping me do a little grave robbing? Did you have dinner plans, Andreas? Want to join me and Dad at our table? I'd appreciate that. Thank you. Let's get going, then. Bless us, O Lord, and those your gifts which we are about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ our Lord, amen. Amen? Amen. How you feeling today, Dad? Hand's been killing me, back's been killing me, goddamn knee's been killing me. Damn. These guys are really taking the Lord's name in vain. Damn, they got a good spread here, though. You want some advice, boys? Don't get old. Hope you find some relief soon, old Otto. Think about death. Only relief coming my way is death. I suspect a farmer's fate ages you beyond your years. Just look at my boy here. Works too hard, and he does what choice does he have? Well, what choice does he have? None with the abbot breathing down my neck. I tell you he wants to replace the roof on his house next. I tell you he wants me to replace the roof on his house next. You just replaced the one in the scriptorium? Was that why you were felling wood in the forest? His forest, don't forget. He certainly won't let me, nor the rest of the townfolk. The way that bastard Gernot orders me around, you'd think I'm one of his little monks. Oh, hello, King Godzilla, what's up? Select a food item. I'm going to eat the poached egg. Yummy. He works you like a dog and says it's for the glory of the Lord. It's not right. But the work does need to be done, and Otto's the only carpenter in town. It's not, I agree. And peasants need fucking roofs. Why should the wretched abbey matter more than them? The abbot's bad, but the miller might be worse. That shithead Leonard's been screwing us for years with his toll. I've never spoken to him. Is he really so bad? He's worse even than you know, or will ever know, or will ever have to know, being a visitor for which you should thank the Lord. Imagine your only income for the year was in wheat you could grow in the summer, and the miller determines how much it costs you to grind into flour. What if you have a poor season? What if the miller raises his toll? What if everyone has a great season and there's too much goddamn flour to make any money with it? The farmers are at the mercy of the weather, the church, and the miller. Two of these are beyond their power to influence. But the miller is their neighbor. He sees them struggle. He should help them. But not Leonard Mueller. He only takes more. I hadn't considered it. Say nothing. I don't mean to berate you, Andreas, but I have strong feelings about the man. Lord willing, Leonard will meet justice in this life or the next. I suspect I know which Otto prefers. Ha! You accusing me of unchristian behavior, Mr. Mailer. Master Mailer. On to more pleasant pastures, eh? You see any of those nuns while you were working, Otto? Bad. I'm gonna eat the rye bread. I remember that Cecilia woman being pleasant to look at back when I worked up there. You pay much attention to the nuns, old Otto? Well, I pay attention to everything now that I can't work. Lots to see in the world. Like nuns. Other pretty sisters up there as well. Sometimes they catch the wrong man's eye. Shame what happened to that one a while back. Glad she came back, though. Sister Matilda? I heard she had a run-in with the Baron. We knew she was attacked. Heard rumors the Baron was responsible. We never learned the details, Abbey business and all. Still a pretty woman since she came back, but her kind eyes turned some kind of sad. Now, if you want to hear all of Tassing's little secrets, you should go to the Spinning Bee. Okay, everybody's shooting me messages right now. I'm glad I'm getting like 30 messages at once. Apparently everybody wakes up at 10 o'clock. Oh, no. Coworkers cat bash their TV in. Ugh, that gaggle. You can hear him cackling from here. I was invited to a tent. Should I go? What? Where the women spin wool. Talk to the what is that word? Gertnarens, the Johann Barons, or Cat. They'll tell you when to come by. Hey son, I need to lay down. Why don't you say goodbye to your friend here? Sorry, Andreas, the old man needs his rest. Rest well, Otto. Don't know what you mean. Ain't any old man in this house? Alright, it's nun's time. It's nun's time. Jacob has I need to go to the chapter house to meet with the archdeacon. Oh, Lord in heaven, I hope the Lord forgives me for what's about to transgress. Zimmer, Otto, buddy, old pal. Fuck. All right, it's time. Run, Andreas, run. No, the meadow. The meadow. Alright, well, I'm not nearly as close to being done with my investigation as I could possibly be in. Like, at all. I'm not even fucking close. Something tells me they're in the church. Hello, Rudger. Maybe they are not. Where could they possibly be? At the chapter house. Good to know. The dormitory. Whoops, wrong one. Hey, to be in the Kleist. Oh, hey guys, what's poppin'? That's Ulrich. Into the chapter house. Hello, Gernot. Andreas. Father Gernot. Master Mailer, if you think I am unaware of your actions around this abbey in the past few days, you are mistaken. Oh? I know that you visited the widow Kemprin and convinced her to question the legal status of her lease. Do you often spy on old women? News travels quickly in a small town, Master Mailer. I suppose it's something you wouldn't have learned after all your time in Nuremberg and Antwerp. But yes, I know, and no, the legal status of her late husband's lease is not in question. Let's see what the Archdeacon thinks. Ha! He'll have the executioner flog you for even bringing it up. Going to bet that the Archdeacon is less corrupt than you. You see corruption everywhere around you and have no sense of moral rot in your own soul. It's tragic, but inconsequential. Your ill-informed opinions have no bearing on what happens to that property. Now then, for all your meddling, you will not be welcome in Curacao after your commission is completed. I apologize. I was only trying to help Brother Piero. It's too late for apologies. Your days of interfering in the daily life of this abbey will end. It was never my intent to interfere, Father Abbot. I'll leave you to the Archdeacon now. Try not to perjure yourself. God save you, Andreas Mailer. Can I leave? Yeah, hang on. Let me see if the body was dug up yet. Before I do anything else. I don't think I ever went to the animal pens. I don't think I ever looked at this either. Good day, Andreas. I suppose nothing was dug up. Good to know. Hello, Karinch Bro. Karinesh Bro. What are my opinions on Suzerain? I love the game. Big fan. Alright, well, let's... I've made a ton of mistakes this run. Mistakes I had never intended to do. But that's what happens. Alright, let's hear it. Please state your name for our records. journeyman artist from Nuremberg, Andreas, son of Josef Mahler, master artist from Nuremberg, Andreas Mahler, artist recently of Ghent. Really? What brought you all the way to Upper Bavaria? The Abbey had some wonderful books. When I learned they were in need of an artist, I decided to stay a while. Very well, thank you. Arnold, please write that down. I think we're ready to begin. Of course, Your Reverence. Now then, Master Mahler, what was your relation to Lorenz, the Baron Rothvogel? I knew him only for a day, but we were on friendly terms. Do you feel you had a sense of him as a person? Yes, Your Reverence. How would you characterize him? A fine man, a lover of art and knowledge. That was the opinion of Father Gernot and the Lady Salome as well. Salome. Do you believe everyone regarded him with the same warmth? No, Your Reverence. It's clear that some locals had little love for the Baron. As unfortunate as that is, such knowledge may be a boon to us at this moment. The Baron Rothvogel was murdered here. In this very room, someone did it. Father Gernot believes it was one of his monks, Brother Piero. I've met with Brother Piero and questioned him at length. Well, it seems unlikely that a man of his age and temperament could murder the Baron. He was discovered in flagrant delicto. Technically, he discovered the corpus delicti, but was not caught in flagrant delicto. Master Mahler, I'm not interested in your clarifications, technical or otherwise, on matters of Latin or law. If you wish to advocate on behalf of Brother Piero, I suggest shutting your mouth until I ask you a question. Piero had reasons to resent the Baron, the loss of his work, the insistence on discussing the writings of the troublemaker from Wittenberg. And as for his age and infirmity, I myself have read of many cases in which a man of modest strength succumbs to the temptations of the devil. Once seized by a devilish fever, the poor sinner gains an infernal power that allows him to inflict grievous wounds, sometimes fatal. What I'm saying is that in spite of the curious circumstances, Brother Piero is the most plausible perpetrator of the most vile act. I understand that you were on friendly terms with Brother Piero. You also interacted with the Baron both in town and the Abbey. Did you witness anything that suggests someone else could have been murdered? Baron Rothvogel. The widow in Tassing, Ottilia Kemperin, hated the Baron. What cause did she have? The Baron was responsible for the death of her husband. Responsible how? Years ago, when the Baron visited Tassing, he quarreled with Rannig Kemper. The two came to blows. According to the widow, the Baron beat Rannig so severely that he never fully healed from the injuries. He died not long ago, and their home is in legal jeopardy. The widow held the Baron responsible for all of this. And how do you propose this woman killed the Baron? He was not in the prime of his life, but certainly a robust man by all accounts. Even a healthy man can be killed by a blow to the back of the head. When I visited the widow's home, I found her late husband's walking stick. The head had been broken off. Did she have an explanation for the damage? I did not ask her, Your Reverence. Your Reverence, I would like to bring up concern I have about Ottilia Kemperin's lease with the Abbey. She's a good woman, but she has been made hard by what happened to her late husband. I would like to bring up the concern I have about Ottilia Kemperin's lease at the Abbey. Is this relevant to the murder of the Baron? No, but as you represent the Prince Bishop and the Abbot rules these lands, I was hoping you might listen. Please be brief, Master Mahler. I have many more people to question. The Abbot had Brother Guy write a letter to the widow about reclaiming her land. It's based on a false claim. False in what way? They claim the lease was with the widow's late husband, Rannig Kemper. It was not. The lease began generations earlier, with Ottilia's great-grandfather. What substantive bearing does this have on the Abbot's claim? The Abbot has no reason to misrepresent the lease unless the existing lease is unfavorable to him. If the existing lease allows for the widow to partition her land to other renters, she could pay the fees on the land. Yes, if it does. Many peasants and freeholds resort to such measures in hard times. Very well. Master Mahler, I shall make my own inquiry after I've completed my work here. Now then, let us return to the matter at hand. Lucky Steinauer argued with the Baron. Who is Lucky Steinauer? I don't believe his name has come up during our questioning. The town stonemason. Alright, what's the connection between the town stonemason and the nobleman from Worms? I and at least 3 farmers in the village saw Lucky arguing with the Baron when he came to town. About what? I don't know, but the argument was heated. Hetty and Veronica Boweren witnessed it. You mentioned a third witness? Yes, Martin Bauer. Unfortunately. Yes, the boy fled. Still, we will question the women about what they saw. And how you propose that this stonemason killed the Baron? As a stonemason, Lucky would have access to any number of tools that he could use to bludgeon the Baron. Have you found such a tool? No, but that does not mean it does not exist, and as they are Lucky's tools, only he would know if one went missing. A fair point, Master Mailer, but the fact remains it has yet to be found. In any case, that is the extent of my knowledge about Lucky Steinauer, Your Reverence. Is there anyone else you can think of who may have wanted to harm the Baron? One of the nuns, Sister Matilda, may have wished revenge upon the Baron. Why would one of the sisters have ill will toward the Baron? It is my understanding the sisters had little interaction with him. He certainly had time enough to cause offense. Please explain. On his last visit several years ago, the Baron attempted to have his way with one of the nuns, Sister Matilda. She refused him, and he beat her within an inch of her life, as I heard it told. She was hurried away to the hermitage to heal and to avoid a scandal, but Matilda still suffered. And you believe she wanted revenge? Yes, Mother Cecilia sent her to the hermitage if you need corroboration. And what has Sister Matilda said on the matter? She didn't deny her anger toward the Baron, but she did deny that she killed him. Is Sister Matilda a strong woman? Yes, she is the cellarer for the nuns, so she toils more than the other sisters. A cellarer is an appointed official in the monastery responsible for maintaining food supplies and maintaining the grounds. Good to know. Even so, it would be difficult for her to overpower a man with the Baron's size and strength. I admit I'm not certain what she could have used to commit the murder. Your Reverence, I need to tell you about a relationship Sister Matilda has had with one of the monks here. Yes? Sister Matilda has been involved in the inappropriate relationship with Brother Wojcislaw and the cellarer. Are you proposing this has something to do with the death of the Baron? I'm not sure. I just wanted to bring it to your attention. I don't think it has any bearing on my current investigation. Nevertheless, I will inform Father Gernot and Mother Cecilia. I'm letting it all loose. The Abbey's prior Ferenc was behaving suspiciously the day of the Baron's arrival. He may have had a motive. That's an extraordinary claim, Andreas. The Abbot speaks highly of the prior, and he oversees both your and Brother Piero's work, does he not? Yes, Your Reverence. An extraordinary claim requires extraordinary evidence for me to take it seriously. Why should I take the word of an artist over a respected officer of this Abbey? I can provide evidence of Friar Ferenc's motive. Please do so. On the day that the Baron arrived, I secretly observed Prior Ferenc in the scriptorium. Baron Rothvogel and Prior Ferenc were exchanging letters about performing a magical rite during the Baron's visit. You have proof of this? I have a letter the Prior wrote to the Baron. In it, the Prior mentions that he will not perform a ritual for the Baron, even if the Baron does follow through on the threat to implicate him to Inquisitors in Innsbruck. An implication of necromancy is a serious matter. The Prior's position would have been in peril, possibly even his life. And how do you believe Prior Ferenc would have killed the Baron? I pray you will not say it was a magical ritual. I am not certain, Your Reverence. A troublesome wrinkle. Is there anything else you'd like to say about the Prior? On the day that the Baron arrived, I secretly observed Prior Ferenc in the scriptorium. Was this an intentionally a covert observation? No, I was working alone and had dropped something on the floor. The Prior did not know I was there. Very well, continue. He wrote a note, a cipher, in a book. It was associated with Volvel, that he used to encode something in it. Yes, what had he encoded? I'm not certain, but it was very suspicious. Master Mailer, could you please confine your remarks to information that leads somewhere useful? I don't have anything! This is so fucking embarrassing! Oh god, I don't have anything, dude. How was I supposed to investigate like 5 people over the course of three days? What the fuck, dude? Ready for more Europe, Graham? God, man, God, I'm getting my ass chewed out here. This fucking sucks. Also, it sounds like there's a lawnmower outside. Arrived at a good time? I'm getting creamed, dude. What a thing to say. Can you please combine your remarks to more information that leads somewhere useful? I can't, man. I can't. You wanted me to investigate like 6 or 7 people in the span of 3 days. Not even 3 days. It was like 2 days. Oh. Now, do you have any other evidence against the Prior? No, Your Reverence. Very well. Who else may have wanted to see the Baron dead? A local thief, Martin Bauer. Yes, his name came up in my inquiries. My understanding is that he has absconded with some of the Baron's valuables. Arnold? Yes, Your Reverence. A silver ring, a gold ring, 12 gulden, 10 groschen, and a book intended as a gift for the Abbey. Thank you. It's my understanding that this boy was known as a thief, but also a coward. Hey, Glitch. And that the theft was from the Abbey's guest house after the Baron had already left it. Oh, it's a vacuum. Oh, right, they're cleaning my garage today. I forgot. They're kicking up all the dust. Even so, it's still possible that he could have committed the murder, Your Reverence. Yes, it's possible, but very unlikely in my judgment. I'm not treating him as a serious suspect for the Baron's murder at this time. Who else may have wanted to see the Baron dead? I can think of no one else who could have caused the harm of the Baron, Your Reverence. Very well. Are you aware of anything else that might shed some light on this case? His brother Florian told you about the note he found in the Baron's clothing. Have your rain woke me up earlier than I wanted? You're not the only one who has that a bad start. Dude, Graham, this morning has been such a fucking wastrel nightmare. I woke up to like 3 big fucking problems. The biggest one being that the organization that I'm helping organize, not the RCA, the people that I'm trying to get into the organization are blabbing on the sales floor about it, even though I specifically told them not to talk about it at work or else we will all get fired. And then, so I have to bring them in and wrangle them in and keep their mouths shut. And then 2, I was, bro, you can play alone. Thanks, Glitch. And then 2, I finally got notes from my higher-ups at the RCA about my lead-off. Not really my higher-ups, but my seniors at the RCA about my lead-off, and I have to write on that as well. And then I have a meeting today, and then I have a meeting and then I have a speech tomorrow, and oh my god, dude, shoot me in the head. And then I guess the third thing is that I didn't do any of my chores last night because I was watching Dungeons, Drive-Ins, and Dives. And now this. I'm getting my ass handed to me. This game is so hard! Yes, Brother Florian explained how he came to find it and told me its contents. Master Adeljaeger, what a name, has entered his testimony in our register. I don't understand the implications. Who is the innocent? It's not clear to me, either, Your Reverence. Do you believe the murderer wrote it? Whoever wrote it was a talented scribe. I understand Curacao has 2, the elderly brother Adok and young brother Guy. To be frank, Your Reverence, neither man has the skill to write in this way. There's something else about it, too. The style is just different. It's unlike Adok and Guy's writing, unlike mine. Something about the way the first and second strokes meet on the A and G. Yes, well, whatever the particulars, it seems it will remain a mystery that stands apart from the commission of the murder. Unfortunately, there's more to tell. I found more notes. Anxiety hits you less if you don't think about it, but if I don't think about it, I can't plan on what I'm supposed to be doing. That's the problem. Notes written in the same hand on the same type of parchment to those who had a motive to kill the Baron. This is deeply troubling, but again, beyond the bounds of my investigation. In any case, I thank you for bringing it to my attention. Of course, Your Reverence. Thank you again for your time, Master Mailer. Oh, he likes me. Would it be impertinent of me to opine on who the killer is? Not at all. You are an educated man and have conducted yourself appropriately in this inquiry. I reserve final judgment, of course, but who do you believe killed the Baron? I'd rather not influence your decision, Your Reverence. Considering all of the evidence, I'd rather not influence your decision, Your Reverence. As you wish. Your contributions to this inquiry are appreciated. Thank you for your time and candor. You are quite welcome, Your Reverence. Until later, Master Mailer. Until then, Your Reverence. Final day. Chapter 2, Final Day, Law and Judgment. Uh-oh. Andreas, I didn't think you were coming to this. Well, here I am. Why? I didn't want to miss this. I didn't think I was either. I suppose I wanted to see how it all ends. Not all sauce. You can always use bullshittery. Apparently. I knew the Widow Kempern was angry about Rannig's death, but I didn't think she would really kill the Baron. Oh, we killed the Widow. That's so funny, because we got the Widow... We got Ottilia, her land back, but then we killed her. You missed the trial, Andreas. A magistrate from Mittenwald came in, read all the charges, and found her guilty. I guess the lesson is to not cross an old woman. She always seemed mean. Ah, here comes the procession. Is this game worth buying? Yeah, absolutely. Did I miss anything? No, you're fine. Andreas. Otto. They're gonna cut her head off. Imagine if the whole game ends here. It doesn't end here, Graham? Oh god, I thought this was the whole game. Agnus Dei, qui tollis paceta mundi, miserere nobi. What are you all looking at? Agnus Dei, qui tollis paceta mundi, miserere nobi. Isn't this what you bastards always wanted? Well, now you'll be rid of me. Good, you won't be missed. Undignified and irreverent. Show some respect, Mueller. Silence! I order the executioner to carry out his duty. I warrant him peace and safe conduct, whatever may befall him. Well, get on with it. He's gonna strangle her? What the fuck? Oh my god! This is... Holy shit! Maybe I shouldn't have... I thought this was the end, that's why I ratted on everybody, but... Ooh. My Lord Judge, have I executed well? You have executed as judgment and law have required. For that I thank God, and my master who has taught me such art. Holy fuck. I suppose I have you to thank for that, huh? Thank? Why? Well, you told the Archdeacon about Otilia and old Rannick, didn't you? That old woman never would have let her place go. Now I'll be able to expand my farm with Rannick's plots. There may even be enough time left to plant some crops this year. Great. Well, see you later, Andreas. That's old Europe for you. Oh yeah. I mean, I guess it gets a lot worse than a stranglage. End Act 1 out of the Abbot's favor. Oh, fuck. Andreas, has the time come for you to leave us? I'm afraid so, Brother Piero. This farewell will have to be brief. Father Gernot made it clear I was no longer welcome in Curacao. I pray that time will soften Father Abbot's heart. I hope he eventually realizes you were only trying to help me. This is a sad parting, but inevitable. I had hoped you would stay a bit longer. Okay, this is the end. But the world needs you more than Curacao does. You've grown beyond this old abbey and become a master in your own right. I will miss you, my son. As I will you. Come, your masterpiece is complete. May I see it one last time before you go? I value your assessment. The opinion of one old monk matters little. All the same, I'm excited to see it finished at last. It is a masterpiece truly worthy of the word. It's so dead. And it appears you took my advice to heart. What advice was that? To put yourself into the work, not just to interpret another artist's work, but to transform it into something true. This shows the world as it is, as you have seen it, even if it's not what we may want to see. Though it is not my place to say so, I am proud of you, Andreas. Any thoughts so far? I want to do another run. We're only 30 minutes in. What's this? A scrap of parchment? Uh-oh. Do not return here. A warning? Whose hand is this? It doesn't look like Brother Adok's or Brother Guy's. Brother Foy and I found a similar note in the Baron's clothing. I found more notes delivered to others while I was investigating. They must have been written by someone who knew the darkest secrets of the town and this abbey. Were you shot in the head? Effectively. They tugged at those secrets to kill the Baron, like someone pulling at threads that had been buried in the past. A frightening thought, but who would do such a thing? God knows. He does, and I hope his love can still the wickedness in the heart of whoever wrote this. Do not trouble yourself overly about it. Your future lies outside of these walls. I hope that you will have time to visit me once or twice in your travels before the Lord takes me. I'm sure we'll see each other again, assuming Father Gernot doesn't forbid it. We must have faith that better days lie ahead for all of us. God bless you, Andreas Baylor. Thank you for your friendship. Until next time. God bless you, Brother Piero. Finished Act 1. Really? Wait, is it gonna keep going? Are you alright, Master Andreas? What? Are you alright, Master Andreas? Yes, thank you. I was just remembering him. Trying to, anyway. It doesn't come easily anymore. Would you like me to leave you alone? No, Casper. It's not necessary. There's nothing to be done about it now. It's too late. Like so many things. Andreas Mailer, I never expected to see your face here again. Have you been in Nuremberg for these last 7 years? 7 years it's been! 7 years! I see. I see. I had no idea that this game spanned over such distances. 7 years since the start of Luther? We are approaching the 30 Years' War, aren't we? We're fucked. We're gonna die. In the middle of Bavaria? We're fucked. We're gonna die. That's it. No, Nuremberg for a few years, but I received some lucrative commissions abroad. Oh! Andreas knows some Polish, bits of Czech and Hungarian, and can reference cultural touchstones from Krakow, Prague, and Buda. Andreas knows some English and can reference cultural touchstones from London and other parts of Britain. Andreas knows French and can reference cultural touchstones from Paris, Tours, and Dijon. Andreas knows Spanish and a bit of Arabic and can reference cultural touchstones from Barcelona and Valencia. Of course I'm gonna be English, brother. Of course we're English, it's a Protestant run. I was in London, mostly. I was well received there and painted portraits for the nobility and prominent merchants. Did you encounter any Jews among your clients? No, though there was rumor of a home for Jewish converts for Christianity in the city. Why? I had heard that a handful of physicians were naturalized as citizens after the expulsion. I wonder if they might have found a home in England after their recent rejections from Portugal and Navarre. That makes sense. I'm surprised you care at all. In spite of your extensive travels and success, you're still not welcome at Curacao. The abbot hasn't forgotten what happened. 7 years isn't all that long. I was just passing through on my way back to Nuremberg. Thought I'd stop in. Hello, Lily. Well, you've stopped. Now you have to go. Father Abbott's instructions were clear. Playing a lot of games related to Poland? Not a big fan. Big fan of this game, not a big fan of Poland. They seem chill, though. Not at all, actually. Poland is like one of the least chill countries I've ever seen. Something like that. Tell Father Gernot I'll be staying at the Land House in town for a night or two, before moving on. The Land House is an inn or tavern. The Golden Hand? I'll tell him, but I can't imagine he'll care. Why is he so rude? God bless you. Now be off. What? From chapter 1? Oh, no. Oh. That was... Okay, so the achievement was chapter 1. What about New Zealand? That monk seemed unhappy to see you, Master Andreas. Why is the abbot so angry with you? Toward the end of my stay in Tassing, there was a murder at Curacao Abbey, a nobleman. Father Gernot panicked and accused my friend, Brother Piero, of committing the crime. I helped convince the investigation Archdeacon that one of the peasants, Ottilia Kemprin, was responsible. She was executed for the crime. You got someone killed? No, I collected evidence and presented it truthfully. The Archdeacon is the one who made the ruling. Well, you couldn't let your friend die. Why didn't you mention it before? I suppose it must have been a hard situation about if the abbot is still this mad at you. I had to make some difficult choices, but maybe they were the wrong ones. I've had to live with that. Why did we come here if you're not welcome? I want to pay my respects to Brother Piero. Good choice dumping Kingdom Come. We're going back to Kingdom Come. It's just not on the menu right now. And to be honest, I'm not looking forward to returning to Nuremberg. This commission, it's an obscene vanity piece under the pretext of religious scene. My patrons just want to celebrate themselves and their wealth, which is good. That's what I want to do. Buddy, we didn't study in Flanders for you to be all like, "Oh, what about the religion?" No. I dread each new commission more than the last. Every step I take towards home is agonizing. But Master, you're famous and rich. Your work is wonderful. When I saw your altarpiece in Nuremberg, I begged my father to help me become your apprentice. Hello, Asher. I don't understand how you could accomplish all that you have and be unhappy. I know it must be hard for you to believe. I was once very much like you. All that I've accomplished in my work, yes. Now that I'm left hollow with nothing else. I thought I wanted to be like my father, like my brothers. I thought that was my dream. I was once very much like you. Once I wanted this life so much that it consumed my every waking thought. I don't know if I've changed or if what I wanted was never really real. Maybe I've been a fool this whole time. I want a life as an artist to be better for you, Casper. Learn from my mistakes. All right. Yes, Master Andreas. Not too bad, Asher. I'm I got a lot to think about. I shouldn't be burdening you with such dark thoughts, Casper. Come, let's visit my old friend Klaus. It's been too long. As you like, Master Andreas. Paying respects. Visit Klaus. Go to bed. Don't go to bed. Let's go visit Klaus. The room is sparse compared to what I'm used to. All right. Look at us, dude. I'm from the Low Countries and England. I live in Nuremberg. Look at us, dude. Look at us. Has Europe changed at all? Europe has not changed at all in 7 years. Of course it hasn't. Why would it? Am I gonna be a bit busy for a week? Yeah, for like the next 3 weeks. Hello, Hannah. Hello, Andreas. How are you enjoying your stay? It's been wonderful, Hannah. Thank you. Oh, good. You're the best room we have. I'm glad it's to your liking. Was there anything else? No, thank you. Until later. Until then. You're in the best room we have. Sag. That's life. Hello, Killian. Good day, Master Baylor. Hello, Nico. Ah, Master Baylor, is it? Hello, and welcome to the Golden Hand. I am Nico Berger. Berger? I own this land house and run it with my wife, Hannah, and our son, Killian. Pick a number? 6. On a lunch break, Cherry? Oh, what are you eating for lunch? I believe my boy helped you to your room. It is to your liking. It's lovely, thank you. I'm glad to hear. Glad to hear. When you arrived at town, one of the locals said you lived here a few years back. Yes, I worked at the Abbey as an artist. I see. I heard that you were involved in solving a murder. Yes, out of necessity, the wrong man was being accused of the crime. A friend of mine. I heard an old widow did it, but she was a witch. Alright. Alright. I just find it to be an interesting story. Well, I should let you get back to your day. Until later. Until then. Who the fuck is this nerd? Hello, Samuel with the sword. Hello, Andreas. He's going to kill me. You're eating a bunch of pork you made yesterday, Cherry. I made pork yesterday too, Cherry. I made pork tacos. Where are we? We're at the inn. The Golden Hand Inn. Brother Władysław used time in almost all the Abbey's cooking, maybe because it grows so easily here. Władysław. Guess what you made yesterday, Asher? What'd you make? Just do it. You know it's the right thing. I don't understand why it's so hard for you. Otto, I'm scared. It's dangerous to cross the Abbot. Would you prefer the alternative? You don't need to do that, Otto. I understand. I'm just saying. Andreas? Andreas Baylor? It's good to see you again, old friend. Otto, you're looking well. This is my apprentice, Casper Ziegler from Salzburg, which is a small city located on the river Salzach, and founded on Roman ruins. Rumors of violence and rebellion in the city are becoming more common. Casper's hometown. Good day. Ah, that answers that. I thought he might be your son. We don't grow them that fast, even in Nuremberg. They grow fast enough around here. Something called Furofuki Daikon. Furofuki Daikon. You had a bunch of... I don't know what a Furofuki is. You had a bunch of radishes, though? Oh, there's a vehicle blocking. There's a vehicle blocking. Somebody parked their vehicle blocking the garage, dude. Luckily I don't drive a white Tundra. Eve and I just had our first little auto, though we call him Oss. Ava and I. Oh, there he is! Look at the tiny little bastard. Porcupines can be found near pine trees. Aggravating one can be fatal. That's true. Congratulations to you both. That's wonderful New Year's. Thank you. It's been a trial with Dad gone, but Clara and Ursula help out where they can. Sorry to hear about your father. That's life, at least with the Lord now. Free of his aches and pains. I know Ava wrote to you about my father's death, Andreas. Why didn't you write back? Things got so busy after I left Tassing. Sorry to interrupt, but I should be heading back. Otto, aren't you going to introduce me to your friend? This is Martin. Of course, Martin Bauer. Can't you tell? Ah, it's fine, Otto. It's been 7 years. I was so much smaller then. Also, no beard. What the fuck? That's Martin? He was a thick-cut daikon simmered in kombu dashi, kelp broth, frequently pre-boiled in rice water for tenderness, and served with a topping of miso, mirin, sugar, and often yuzu zest. Yummy. That sounds tasty. Of course, yes. Of course. Hello, Martin. Hello. Sorry to run, but I've got these sheep back. I gotta get these sheep back to the farm. As much as I love whiling away the hours in the meadow, I have a lot to attend to. Otto, I'll see you at the meeting later. Andreas, until later. Good to see you, Martin. I should have thought about that. Pain in my ass. What's this about a meeting? You've picked an interesting time to visit. Come by the town commons in a while. I think you'll be interested to hear what I have to say. I didn't realize you were in the business of giving speeches. I'll definitely attend. Sounds good. Until later. Oh, it's a peasant's revolution, lads. We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. The many-petaled cinquefoil. It grows so easily. It's considered a weed. They're gonna let me go to the mill? Don't I have to be at the abbot? Where do I have to be right now? It feels strange being back at Curacao. I ran into Otto Zimmerman and Martin Bauer having a discussion in the meadow. Martin returned from his adventures as a changed man. Otto told me to come to the commons later. I'd back after I talked to Klaus. Hello, Schlau. It's good to see you again. You might make more? Yummy. Rebellion. What a stunning collection of wildflowers. They've all grown so plentifully in the meadow. They're gonna let me into Lower Abbey? I'll walk around the Abbey. Can't get in the guest house. Can't get in the Abbot house. Abbot house D's nuts. They're gonna let me in the Abbey? Maybe it's all locked up. Yeah, it's all locked. It's all locked up. No, I'm not welcome. I'm not welcome. But what if I was? There's a video on YouTube on how to make it. Yeah, maybe I will. I love a good cooking recipe. Boss was pissed at you yesterday because today you came into work late. Oof. That's rough. That's rough. What do I need to go? Who do I need to talk to? Klaus's house to see how he's been. The Druckers? I guess I can get there anyway, huh? Shall we visit the shrine of Saint Satia? It's been well kept. While Father Gernot's new restrictions, the town folks can't even gather sticks without a fee. Ooh. Ooh. My avatar's just up in the top left. Yeah, I'm just hanging out. The waterfall must flow down from the snowmelt in the mountains above the abbey. Anything going down at the old salt mine? The gravestone Lucky left it flowers to innocence. Expect me to wake up so early? It do be like that. I work for like a big ass corporation, so they just send me my schedule on like an app, and then I get to see ahead of the time, so I plan everything around that. Brother Vyacheslav uses time in almost all the Abbey's cooking, maybe because it grows so easily here. Smokey! How's it been, man? I suppose not? Never mind, I lied. Brother Vyacheslav. The church and the druckers. Uh-oh. Andreas, I had heard you were back in Tasnik. God bless. God bless you, Father Thomas. It's good to see you again. Hopefully this visit will be less eventful than your last. Tasnik has enough going on as it is. We have our bonfire for St. John's Eve. Tomorrow night, people get up to all sorts of mischief. The feast and celebration of St. John the Baptist, beginning on the sunset of June 23rd, coincides with Midsummer's Day and the summer solstice. And then it's my job to hear their confessions in the days that follow. Not to mention the grumbling the peasants are making. That's just talk, brother. No need to scare our guest with such things. I'm sure if there's trouble, Master Mailer will be the first to stick his nose in it. Guy hates me. It's easy enough for you to come and go. You don't have to live with the consequences. He's right. It would have been better for everyone if you had simply allowed Brother Piero to die. After all, he only had a few years left anyway. Stare menacingly at him. Nothing to say for yourself. Friends, there's no need for such ire. Forgive me, Father Thomas. I let my passions get the better of me. Besides, that's not even why I came down here. I actually came to speak to you on the abbot's behalf, Andreas. Father Gernot would like to invite you to come to the library tomorrow morning if you're interested in purchasing some of our books. Oh, wonderful. Fantastic. Wait. Are things so bad the abbot has to sell off Curaçao's greatest treasures? The abbey needs the money more than it needs ink-stained parchment, except no one values these books anymore, except perhaps you. The library is not quite ready yet, as it does not see much use. If you could come by tomorrow morning, Mother Illuminata can show you what's available. Mother Illuminata? Since Mother Cecilia passed a few years ago. I suppose Illuminata knows the library better than anyone. I can't wait. Calm yourself. There'll be time enough for excitement tomorrow. And Andreas, I apologize for my harsh words before. It was rash. Brother Piero was a pious man and a skilled artist. We miss him. And an excellent performance, Brother Guy. I almost believed it. I appreciate you saying that. I miss him too. Excellent. I'm so glad you two were able to work things out. Ah, Father Thomas, do you have a moment to speak inside the church? Yes, I think so. Why? A private matter. Ah, of course. Until tomorrow. God bless you, Andreas. The abbot's invitation. Let's go up to the mill. Let's actually get like a... Because time doesn't pass unless we do something specific. So let's actually get like a good walk around instead of doing the main objective. I really fucked myself on that one during the first chapter, so... Nothing out here. A Mueller house. Mueller these balls. Mueller these nuts. Roman ruin. Yeah, Roman ruin. I think they're gonna kill me. The church and the Druckers, you say? Arnbauer's farm. The Drucker house is where I need to go. Let's hit the farms. Don't think I lose anything from just going around talking to everybody. Well, going around and interacting with stuff, I guess. But I don't think we're at the point where I can be interacting with things. We're not at the point where time is passing by interacting with specific things. The Bauer house. The Gertner farm. How are they doing? Looks like the chickens got out. Always manning the blacksmith. Nobody out here in the backery. I don't think I've ever been to the north side of town. The Rafton's construction is going smoothly. I wonder if they'll finish it before winter. Tassing is lucky to have so much wound wort naturally growing. I had to buy it back in Nuremberg. The Steinauer. We have to go to the Druckers, so we want to go to the Commons. Take a look around, and then we can go to the Druckers. The Druckers, those gross Druckers. Alright, sweet. That kid cannot keep up, man. Honestly, kind of funny. Hello, Kai. Ain't nobody here. Well, if it isn't little Miss Magdalene. Bah! Hey, Klaus? Andreas? Sorry, Klaus. I know it's been a long time. 7 years. 7 years and nothing from my friend Andreas. First Bert, then Marie, just after Magdalene was born. My wife always thought highly of you. I can't believe you didn't write back after I told you they had passed. I'm sorry. I should have written. Yeah, you should have. Too late for that now, though. Boop-de-bo, boop-a-bobo. Oh, hello. She likes you. Your business seems to have grown. What are you printing? The 12 articles. They were originally written by Swabian peasants who were demanding changes from their lords. Oh god. Here we go. Freedom from serfdom. Freedom to hunt and use the woods as God intended. Freedom from compulsory labor. Compulsory labor. Abolition of the inheritance tax, fair appraisal of rents, the return of property to common use and ownership. Bavaria isn't Swabia, but their complaints are just as valid as the peasants of Tassing. Swabia was a former duchy of the Southern Holy Roman Empire. It was reformed as the Swabian Circle in 1512. It borders Bavaria to the west, the Swiss Confederacy to the south, and Austria to the southeast. The laws may not be just, but they are the laws. I fear the people of Tassing are putting themselves in peril. Ah, so this is Otto's cause. He caught your ear already, hmm? The abbot has been squeezing the peasants for years. Now he's squeezing the townsfolk, and we're pushing back. Their cause is righteous, Andreas. If you haven't seen the Gertners lately, you should visit them. And Otto had you print these? Yeah, why? I don't think he could read. I didn't think he could read. He can't, but just about everybody else in town can. He speaks, I print, just trying to do my part, I suppose. I'm sorry, I'm still not in the mood for this late reunion. Come back for dinner tomorrow. You should go to the Commons. Hear what Otto has to say. It's worth hearing. Be good while you're gone, Magdalene. Will you be good? Gab Gab Garoo. I should have known. I should have known, dude. Gab Gab Garoo. She fucking hit me with the Gab Gab Garoo. Welcome to Nuns. A cold reunion. Our Lady of the Labyrinth. I don't think I've ever been inside that. Alright, well, we have to go to the town commons, but I can walk around. This must be the labyrinth the church is named after. Interesting. Your average European narrative. I could walk around some more. They're not gonna stop me from just walking around more. We can go inside the Golden Hand Inn for some fucked up reason. They're gonna let me go back to sleep? That would be crazy. Hey, Hannah. Oh, Master Mailer. They're really just gonna let me go back to sleep, huh? They will. This is fucked up. I could just completely ignore what the guy has to say. Killian? Nico? This motherfucker? Samuel? I got a damn mercenary, dude. What time is it for me? Let me check. It is 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock. I guess, I mean, might as well start up at the Abbey. Might as well start up at the Abbey. The Grand Duchy of Curacao. It's all locked. It's all locked. He's speaking in the town commons, so the second that I walk into the commons, I'm gonna get clipped into it. So, we don't want to do that. We want to avoid the commons. I don't think anything else is gonna be going down anywhere else. Yeah. But I've learned from the last match to be a little more thorough with walking around. You never know what you're gonna run into. So we're gonna be stopping by every little place, every single chapter, every single paragraph. The church and the Druckers, you say? They won't let me in the Mueller house? Doot. Oh! What are you guys doing up? You don't want to go to the thing? Hello, Helena. Andreas Mailer. I never thought I'd see you back here again. I came back to pay my respects to Brother Piero. Ah, I'm sorry. I didn't know the man, but I heard others speak well of him. How have you been, Helena? Well, little Martha managed to survive since your last visit, thank God. Lately, not so well. You must know about the taxes we have to deal with. Otto's trying to make the abbots see some sense, but I'm worried he's playing with fire. Carl and Peter and the other farmers support him, but it's dangerous to provoke the Duke. Anton's still too young to get mixed up in all this, and we have Martha to look after now. Sounds like the peasants can't really survive with the way things are. It's gonna be a hard winter for certain. But I take a skinny husband over a dead one. I pray nothing happens to him. Now then, I'd best get back to my work. Until later, Andreas. Something tells me this game's gonna get very dark. Other than, yeah, I mean, we did just strangle a witch, so... Hi! You must be Martha. Who told you? Your mom. Oh! Alright, I'm gonna go. Good interaction. Great interaction. Alright, not the town commons. Anything except the town commons. Central Town goes crazy. Town commons does not. Meh! Meh! The Stoll's house? The Eisenkampf house? A bunch of southern Germans walking around South Germany. What's up with that? Martin Bauer Farm. Nobody's here. They're all in the center of town. They are all in the center of town. The church and the Druckers? The Joy Johann Bauer Farm? Nobody can stay away from Curacao for long. Let it be known. Hear ye, hear ye. Alright, let's hear it. Fuck, here everybody is. So many people, and none of them look happy. This old bastard's still alive? Everyone, listen. We all know why we're here. Nothing I'm gonna say will be a surprise. Nothing I'm gonna say hasn't already been spoken behind closed doors, whispered to your neighbors. Nothing I'm gonna say is untruthful, so it's time we started saying it openly. Year after year, the Abbey has found new ways to tax the peasants. Piece by piece, the Abbey has taken away our rights to use God's force to support our families. Law after law gets heaped upon us, restrictions on how we pay rent, limits on where we can move, who we can wed. And now the death tax, which once claimed only our best animals and garment, takes half our estate. No consideration for widows, no consideration for children. What about the town council, the Rathaus? A community hall where people meet, typically a council that governs day-to-day affairs under the authority of a lord. Surely that is a sign that the abbot wishes to share his power, to listen to our grievances. You have a good heart, Ulrich. You always want to see the best in people. But no. The council is a way for the abbot to divide us, to pit a favored few against the many. This is not charity. No, only greed and desperation drive Father Garnet. You'd think that if the abbot could, he'd steal a dead man's soul from heaven itself. And when we protested, what did Father Garnet do? He locked the shrine of St. Moritz. He won't allow the people of this town, the farmers of this land, to pray before the relic. Now, when we most need the intercession of our saint, the abbot has shut us out. Father Garnot's actions aren't just. They aren't Christian. We've endured this abuse for too long. It's time we let the abbot know we won't take it anymore. Too right. Hear, hear. Yes. Let's ask to stop. Let's fix this. Stop this is foolish. Soldiers are already patrolling nearby towns. If you push against the abbey, you'll incur the Duke's wrath. You could get the town razed and everyone killed. Hannah's right. The Duke is a powerful force in Bavaria. You're playing a dangerous game, Otto. You lot are no match for trained soldiers. If you don't relent, you'll be ground into dust like the Swabian peasants. You could always grind you. We could always grind you up instead, Lennart. Might be right if they already have soldiers about. We must stand for what is right. God is on our side. Don't be shy. Speak up if you have cause. We won't be overrun. The peasants of Salzburg were able to take the city and have their cause heard. If the people can get the Archbishop of Salzburg to listen to them, then we can do the same with the abbot. Master Andreas, do you think my family in Salzburg is alright? Later, Cherry. Have a good one, man. Don't worry, the civilian losses were minimal. They're probably fine. Oh no, maybe we should go to Salzburg after this. Enough is enough. We can't stand by while the abbot continues treating us poorly. People all over Swabia are taking back their God-given rights. Why shouldn't we do the same? A righteous cause. Martin's right. We deserve better. We can do this. Well spoken, Martin. Everyone ought to consider what he said. Martin has proved dependable these last few years. But if the words of men can't persuade you, perhaps a sign from the greater power will. The abbot may have locked us out of our saint's shrine, but God has shown me that he is with us. I think that's all I should say for now. Thank you all for coming. Good day, Andreas. Clara, it's been too long. It's lovely to see you again. Hello, Clara. How are you? Hello, Andreas. I'm surprised to see you after your long absence from Tassing. At this rate, we thought we'd never see you again. What can I say? I miss the alpine air and the people, of course. I'm sorry for not sending word of my arrival. You certainly did pick an odd time to visit. We're in the middle of a strange season. Ah, you found the Gertners. Your speech was very rousing, Otto. I swear they get better each time. You looking for trouble, Otto? Of course not, but I understand what might happen if the abbot doesn't listen to reason. Even so, the people here can't go on like this. Something has to change. Otto, did you really see a sign from God? Is that true? It is, Andreas, I swear. Come talk to me. Come talk to me later. I'll tell you what I can, alright? Anyway, Andreas, you and yours should come by the house for supper. We'd be delighted to have you. Sounds good to you. Casper? We'll be there, Clara. We'll be there, Clara. Welcome to Vespers. Oh, we're getting skipped on. We're getting skipped on, son. Go to the Gertners for supper. They do be cleaning outside my apartment right now. Otto's speech is attended by almost everyone in Tassing. He spoke of many of the peasants' problems, etc., etc. Iran, Claire, and Ava in the commons. He also hinted at receiving a sign of God's favor. God's favor, you say? Alright, time to eat. The Gertner's house? Oh yeah, we're going to the Gertner's house. Well, if it isn't Endris. Endris, when you know it, I have time to help you now. You're back in Tassing. Want to pay my respects to Brother Piero. I know who Brother Piero is. Ah, yes, Brother Piero. What a talent with color. I'm sorry, Andreas. He was a sweet old man. I talked to him sometimes on my breaks up the alley. I'm surprised Brother Prior Ferenc didn't give you an earful. Did you hear? Ferenc isn't Prior anymore. Now, this isn't gossip, mind you, just honest truth. After the abbot found out about Ferenc's black arts, he removed the poor man from the position. Matthew's Prior now. Still strict, but a bit quieter about it. Wow. Interesting. I didn't know that. Matthew has always struck me as quite pious. Maybe it's changed for the best. Who's to say? We don't have to live by the rule. Then again, we all have to live under Father Garnet's rule, which is probably worse. Are you into peasants, Endris? Well, of course. Garnot's been running them into the ground. And on top of that, we can't even use the forest anymore. Any of us used to be able to go fishing in there, not anymore. How far are you going to take this? I don't know, don't ask me, I'm not leading the thing. But I trust in Otto and the peasants do too. He's a good man. The whole town knows it, even Leonard, though he wouldn't admit it. Say, Andreas, how's the married life been treating you? After you left here and returned to Nuremberg, I take it you were married. Sabine, she's waiting for you. Marriage is a legal requirement for becoming a recognized master craftsman. Ah, yes, of course. Those obligations seldom reach a small town like ours. I imagine it would apply to me as well if I got far enough. I hope the married life has treated you well. I still have not found anyone. I fear it's never going to happen. Really? Not even a single person has caught your eye? Well, when I was in Innsbruck a few years ago, I saw a real pretty girl at the market selling painted pots. I think about her sometimes, maybe more than a Christian. You gotta go back to Innsbruck to find the pretty girl. What, really? You're older than me and you're not married. Go find her, it's how it should be. Do you think Tyrolean men are better than Bavarians? Well, of course not. Then you have a go. Prove it. Show them and yourself what you're made of. You need to go back, you'll regret it for the rest of your life. Trust me. You seem to feel strongly about this, Andreas. But it sounds foolish. Juvenile, you might say. You know what? You're absolutely right. Forget I said anything. Alright. Well, time to get back to work. The hammer won't swing itself. No, I need him here. I need him here for the revolution. What kind of job would I get in the Middle Ages? Oh! I mean, if I had a job in the Middle Ages, that would be wonderful. I think in the Middle Ages, if you had a craft, then you were kind of, like, set. As far as, you know, like, lower class goes. Better, I mean, anything's better than, like, a farmhand. I wouldn't want to be a smith, but it would be better than being a farmer. I wouldn't want to be, like, a smith, but being a baker would obviously be, like, the best. Hello, Anna. You've certainly grown. Hello, Gret. God bless you, Andreas. I'm thankful you returned to Tassing after so long. We prayed so fondly for you after you left. I've kept Tassing in my prayers as well, though it doesn't seem to have done much good. Ah, that's right. You were at Otto's speech earlier. Yes, Tassing peasants are struggling, and now even we townsfolk are pinched by the abbot's new restrictions. I worry about my husband. He's getting too involved with the whole business. You disagree with Ulrich? What Gernot is doing in Tassing is wrong, and Otto is standing up to him. That's what Ulrich says too. I love my husband, but sometimes I worry that he focuses too intently on the details. He does not see that he may be both prudent and Christian. I pray that I'm not acting selfishly, but the abbot's taxes have affected us too. What about Anna's future? Ulrich has been offering credit to Peter for years, which I've accepted, but now we can only bake so much bread a week before we go hungry ourselves. Can you talk to him, Andreas? I'd rather not drive a wedge between you two. Ah, Ulrich and I aren't ones to hold anything against each other, but I understand. God bless you, Andreas. I don't know, we'll see. I'll think about it. Professional mourner at funerals? Ugh. I suppose that was pretty common in the medieval era, huh? Ain't nobody out here working on nothing. Oh, hello, Balthasar. Salutations, you must be that wonderful artist, no? Master Andreas Mailer, yes. Wonderful, wonderful. Balthasar Eisenkopf, at your service, but call me Balthus, please. It's much more familiar. A pleasure, Balthus. Have you been in Tassing long? Ah, just a few seasons. My cart broke down and I found the place so charming I decided to stay. I enjoy the quiet, but I must say I do miss the company of other intellectuals. Usually that good Dr. Stolz and I whittle the hours away in the evenings, so naturally when I heard a well-known artist had returned, I was beside myself. I'm always pleased to meet a like-minded individual. What do you do? I'm an inventor of sorts. What do you make? All sorts of things, young man. Mechanical clocks of all sizes, metal mice that skitter about, even light without flame. Truly impressive, Balthus. Thank you, Andreas. I know a fellow artist such as yourself would appreciate my work. Ah, well, I'd best get back to it. You know how it is for us few, called to a higher art. Good luck, Balthus. Until later. Baltass. Good luck, Baltass. Good luck, Baldass. Fucking Baltass. Stole the Stoll's house. Hello, Werner. He's fucking cutting it up, man. Bed's in the kitchen. Wonder what's going on upstairs. Drop it like it's hot. Got the beds in the kitchen, Ma. Drop it like it's hot. That's how that song goes, right? Well, if it is, you're still kicking, you old bastard. Not who I wanted to see. God has it out for me. Perhaps God is trying to send you a message of forgiveness. It's not good for the soul to hold a grudge. You still talk too much. Couldn't even hold back to the archdeacon, running your mouth. I owed it to the law not to speak falsehoods in front of the judicator. It would have been besmirched my integrity. Only care for your own hide, huh? Good thing the archdeacon knew how to weigh all the evidence. Didn't consider the widow. She was a mean old hag. I suspected her as well. Did you now? They didn't kill me, but you tainted my name. Folks whispering. What if they got the wrong person? Could have been the Mason after all. I'm sorry, Lucky. That was not my intent. Apologies don't bring work. Reputation does. At least most of the decency to only whisper, unlike that shit Mueller. So no, I don't like seeing you here, Master Mailer. I can only apologize again. Truly, I have little else to give. Yeah, well, that won't make us all friendly. Keep your distance, alright? Now get lost. Hello, Kay. Hello, Agnes. Oh, Andreas! How good it is to see you again, and who's this? Hello, Agnes. This is my assistant, Casper. Hello! Hello! What a hale-looking boy, Gross. And you, Andreas, you look very well. Why are you back in Tassing? I came to pay my respects to Brother Piero's grave. Ah, of course. I'm sure the brothers appreciated that. The last few years have been difficult for everyone. We've lost so many. Yes, I heard Bert and Marie had passed. Tragic. Yes, poor Klaus. I hope you stopped in to talk to him. He sent you letters. Ah, yes. Anyway, I won't burden you with all the Tassing's troubles. It's been good to see you, Andreas. Until later. Until then. Making the herb. Cutting up the herb. Ah, fuck you, you old bald bastard. Shouldn't have killed him then. Ah, hello, Tomas. God bless you, Andreas. God bless these nuts. No running in the church, please. else. Blessed be you, Master Mailer. Hello, Paul. Hello, Master Mailer. Hello, Paul. Meet Casper, my assistant. Hello. Do you work with Master Mailer? Have you done real art? I guess. I've been doing sketches of Tassing while we're here. All art created from artist's heart is real art, Paul. You don't need fancy paints or canvases to be an artist. You think so? Sure. How's your art going? Shush! Not where Dad can hear. Alright. How is the art going? I've been practicing a lot more. Klaus even showed me a big book full of prints. He said they used a technique called wood cutting. Have you ever done wood cutting, Master Mailer? No, I spent most of my time learning the finer techniques of oil painting. I wish Dad would change his mind about art. Maybe one day, Paul. You never know. I hope so. You should get back to helping my dad. See you later, Master Mailer. See you, Casper. Oh, hello, Pet Staub. Hello, Staub. Fucking kill him. Strangle him. Use the dogs. Fetch the dogs on the abbot. Kill the abbot. That man's got a hunting rifle. Hello, Lennart. Andreas, welcome back to Tassing. Hello, Lennart. How's the middle? Sturdy as ever, just like me. You look well. Not stuck with the Gertners this time, eh? Staying at the Golden Hand. The Gertners are lovely people, Leonard. I didn't want to burden them, so I'll be only here a few days. Whatever you say. You have such a curious fascination with the peasants. Probably because you don't have to deal with them as often as the rest of us. Anyway, you should come by sometime. I'm sure we'll have a lot to discuss. Good day, Andreas. Good day. Fucking Leonard. You have such a fascination with the peasants. Fucking Bueller. Fucking Bueller. He's an evil dude. He's gonna shoot somebody. He might even shoot me. Damn, the wildflower really is a lot. Nobody at the guest house. Not going into the Abbot house. Into the Upper Abbey. Thoughts on jars? You can put things in jars. We should do an upper class run next time. Le Protestantisme. Le Protestantismo. Nobody's out here in the forest. And how? Smokey, are you there? You are! What up, Smoke? Hey, Smokestack. Oh, hello, Master Mailer. You're looking well. Thank you, Smokey. How are you? I'm well enough, I guess. Backschlav went his ways a few years ago, which I suppose was bound to happen. I miss the company sometimes, but now there's no one to keep me from my gossip. No one to tell it to, either. I'm always partial to a few new tidbits of information. Do tell, Smokey. Half of the years in Tassing will be burning by the end, Master Mailer, and nearly all of them in the Abbey. Oh? I did see another Imperial Reichspost courier ride from the Abbey a few days ago. Imperial Reichspost? Private mail service run by Thurn and Taxis, the Thurn and Taxis family, approved by the HRE. Brother Guy dropped the bag once. It looked heavy. The Abbey must be doing better than the Abbot is letting on. I heard the Abbey was struggling with its funds. Curious, isn't it? The couriers arrive once or twice a month. Doesn't help that the Abbot has tightened restrictions so close to St. John's Eve, too. The townsfolk get up to all sorts of mischief then. Oh, I'm sure Father Gernot won't like that. I wager Johan and Kat will find some corner to play in. It's practically tradition at this point. Veronica and Brigitte, might go out for a midnight dip by the waterfall. They've been swimming out there for years. Now everyone's getting clever, trying to stay out from the Abbot's eye. He's an ass. I didn't see you in the town commons during Otto's speech. Aren't you standing up with the peasants? Well, their cost doesn't really affect me, does it? I'm as worried as anyone about the soldiers rushing through here, but the new taxes and restrictions don't bother me. I understand why they're upset, but I've been doing fine out here with less than they have. Nothing will change for me if they get their way. You can still support them. I don't want to get involved. I'm fine as I am. Supporting them would be a proper Christian thing to do, I guess. But when have any of them done the Christian thing for me? You provide a useful service. Take pride in that. Pride is a sin, Master Mailer. All I want is fairness, decency. I've given them my work for years, but they refuse to treat me right. They mock me for my blind faith since I have to keep a constant eye on the kiln for days on end and can't go to church as often. They laugh at the way I stink. I can't help that, you know? Hence, one must be even stronger of heart to forgive them of their follies. I'm not sure I have it in me. Ah, well, enough of that. Thanks for stopping by, Master Mailer. Until later, Smokey. Until later. Does it matter if you're higher class and a few years away from a war? Yeah, I would say so. Not everybody goes to fight, Graham. To the middle! Did I check the outer farm? I did, but on a different hour. Hello, Ruby. What's up? Elena. Hello, Martha. Hello, Carl. Anton. Who are we visiting? We're visiting the Gurnots for dinner. I forgot. Hello, Cat. Andreas? Andreas Mailer. Hello, Cat. Well, would you look at that? You're back in Tassing. Can you ask a question? Hello, Ruby. Yeah. You don't have to ask me to ask a question if you want to ask a question. You can just ask it. And look at you. You've done well for yourself. And who's this? Cat, please meet Casper, my apprentice. Hello. He's got the posture of an artist. That's for sure. Good strong face, though. I do? What brings you back to Tassing, Andreas? Am I a femboy? That's a great question. Just passing through on my way back to Nuremberg. How have you been, Cat? You seem well. I feel well. The past few years have been challenging, but I'm stronger now for the Lord's trials. France passed a few winters ago, then Wolf, Brigitte, and I nearly lost the farm and our mines. Oh, no. But Martin returned shortly after. He's proved to be a changed man. A good man. He saved us from destitution. The Abbey would have seized your land. My condolences on France's passing. Thank you. He was a difficult man. I hope his pains and terrors are eased now that he's at God's side. And now that Martin has returned to us, the farm is no longer in danger, and Brigitte and I live in hope of more children soon. Times may be hard and taxing right now, but God truly does answer our prayers. I'm glad you and your family are well, Cat, despite everything. Thank you, Andreas. Truly is good to see you again, even in the midst of such a terrible time. Until later, Cat. Until then. Martin. Andreas Mailer, good to see you again after all these years. Surprised you'd say that. Your parting words to me back then were hardly kind. And you as well. What have you been up to? You look like you've done well for yourself. Art. I lived and worked in England for a few years. And the people here think I'm well-traveled because I have been to Ulm. Though I supposed I have had a lot of adventures for a country boy. What happened to you, anyway? Ah, right. You know, I stole some of the Baron's things. I didn't make it far with them. I tried to sell them in Volgau, and got robbed. Serves me right, I guess. Luckily, they didn't find the coins I was carrying. The money carried me around half of Bavaria for another month and a half. Then I started stealing. I grew bigger and more confident over time and became a highwayman. You were abandoned. Hard to believe, I know, but yes. Anyway, it didn't last long. I eventually got scared out of it. I had a partner for the last year of my adventures. We tried to rob some Italians. We thought they were merchants traveling under the banner of St. George. Fuck, I wanted to read that. They were not. They were soldiers guarding the property of an Italian bank. My partner didn't survive the encounter. I was wounded and alone in the wilderness. I thought of my father, my mother, Brigitte. I realized I couldn't remember Wolf's face anymore. I had to come back and take up the responsibilities I'd left behind. Was coming back difficult? It was. It felt like I had stepped out of another life into this one. It took me a while to get used to everything and to remember how things used to be. It's all in the past now. Just need to look forward. That was quite the speech he gave back in the Commons. He needs support. The townsfolk aren't as committed to opposing the abbot. They have less to gain and more to lose if the abbot chooses to get the Duke involved. Anyway, I have to get back to work. Good talking to you, Andreas. Alright, until later. What a stand-up guy. A bandito. Hello, Brigitte. Hello, Andreas. How are you? As well as anyone can be in Tassing right now. Looks like things are going well for you and with Martin returned after all. Yes, the winter without him was excruciating. A lost little wolf, and Kat was worried that she'd lose the farm after Franz died. But then Martin returned and he's provided well for us ever since. Despite the tightening restrictions, we've gotten by. I'm thankful. I'm happy for you. Thank you, Andreas. It's been good to see you again, but I should be going. Until later. Until then. That decision will be remembered. What happened? It didn't look like there was any differences between the choices. Am I screwed? Hello, Hetty. Hello, Hans. Hey, Andreas. Heard rumor you were back. Hello, Hans. Meet Casper, my apprentice. Hello. Are you from Nuremberg like Andreas? I'm from Salzburg. Is that very far from here? Not too far, I think. A few days to the east on horseback. I've never been outside of Tassing. Or ridden a horse. Tassing's a wonderful place to live. I guess some of the men in town say it would be better if the Abbey weren't around. You might be right about that. What do you think? I don't know. Could be nice to have a change. Be careful what you wish for. Change does not come peacefully in the Empire. I guess we'll see. Until then, Hans. Hello, Johan. Andreas Mailer, didn't expect to see you back in Tassing. You look like you've done well for yourself. How have you been? Things went well for a while after you left. Widow Kempern went under the sword, and the abbot let us work old Rannig's land. My brother's heart gave out not long after, but then Martin came back to help to work the land. Even so, it's been hard to keep it with the abbot's demand, the taxes, and everything else. Sounds a lot of people are upset with the abbot these days. They have good reason to be. I know you didn't get on well with the man either. Father Matthias never let things get this bad. Anyway, good to see you, Andreas, even if you are just passing through. That's true. That's true. When he's right, he's right. Nobody out here in the damn Commons? Anybody out here in the Zimmerman house? Other than the damn Zimmermans? Oh, Andreas. Otto. Andreas? So, Otto, sign from God. Ah, right. I found something just a few days ago. This'll sound crazy, but I found St. Maritz's head. His head? Are you sure? Shush. Yes, I'm sure. Alright, I can't say anything more until St. John's Day. Then everyone will know. Understood. I won't say a word. You better not. I'm trusting in you to be a good man about this. You whisper anything about this to anyone, I'll do more than kick your ass. Naturally. Until later, Andreas. No, we will not be betraying the revolution this time. I'm an honest man, but not like that. Andres? The Gertner farm. It's the Gertner farm. We were just at the Bowers house, so it's time to enjoy dinner with the Gertners. Well, look who it is. Poor Saint didn't deserve to be decapitated. I agree. Well, if it isn't Ill Peter. Hello, Ill Peter. Eh? Oh, it's you, the artist from a few years ago. How are you not dead? Yes, Andreas Mailer. I'm surprised you remember me. Everyone seems to think my mind is going, but it's still as sharp as a nail. Andrus makes nails, you know, good man. Uh-huh. Are you staying with my family again? No, I'm staying at the Golden Hand. Ah, those misers charge us just as much as the pilgrims for drink, but won't support my son in his cause. That new abbot must have gotten to them, the bastard. Why do you hate the abbot so much? Everything went to shit after Father Matthias died. That man, God rest his soul, never increased taxes. He might have asked for a tithe and harder winters, but we were happy to help the abbey then. We could take from the forest as we needed. Brother Florian used to help us in our illnesses. Let us follow in the ways of our forefathers. A true Christian, that old abbot. And then? Father Gernot promised he would keep everything between the abbey and us peasants the same, and we were foolish enough to believe him. At first, he refused to allow Florian to come down anymore. Taxes got higher. He stopped allowing us to pay in goods and livestock. Now he only takes coin, as though we can come by enough of that in a year to pay our rents alone. The bastard doesn't give a damn about us. Not how Father Matthias did. Patrons then. Times weren't as hard. It's not Father Gernot's fault. Realize how bad the restrictions. Father Gernot's been an ass longer than I thought. Ah. You should talk to my son. You should help him stop the bastard abbot. I should go. Alright. Oh, the bastard? Hello, Veronica. How have you been? You know, pulled every which way. Mom's been a cow about when I'll give her grandchildren. As if I'm not doing enough work already. You're married now. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't know. Big Jorg and I were married 2 springs back. Congratulations. Thanks. Now Mom's nagging me about when we'll have kids. Are you two having trouble? Not exactly. Jorg is fine, it's just... you're attached to someone else. Yeah. So to speak, I'll do my duty, but it's harder now. Anyway, I should get back to work. We're all preparing for the festival. I'll leave you to it. Until later, Veronica. Oof, that's rough. Ursula! Hello! Hello, Ursula. Do you remember me? No, should I? No, I'm Andreas. I've been a friend for your family. No! You used to poke me in the foot with a stick to wake me up. I did? You did. I stayed in the room upstairs. I kind of remember that. Oh, no. Ursula, don't cough. I think you told me the story once. Mom and Dad sometimes talk about you. They said you went away for more training. What was that like? Well, while I was in London, I learned a new portrait technique. London is the capital of England and the center of the new religious strife between its king, Henry VIII, and the Church. The city has struggled under religious and political extremism throughout his reign. No, not about the art, Andreas, about your travels. Alright, alright. London has a big bridge going over its river, but the bridge is so big there are buildings on it. What, really? It doesn't sink? It's very sturdy. I walked across it myself. That sounds like the miracles Father Thomas talks about, like the Red Sea splitting. I suppose it is. Andreas, can I ask you something? Of course. Do you know the stories about Perchta and the Wild Hunt? The Wild Hunt! What the fuck is that noise? They put a damn street sweeper in the goddamn parking garage. Enjoying the narrative? So far, yeah, not too bad. If Ursula passes, I'm gonna cry. Same. In Germanic folklore, the Wild Hunt is a supernatural cavalcade of spirits and fiends which may cause destruction or portent war and other catastrophe if not adequately appeased. The Wild Hunt is often led by a legendary figure such as Perchta or the Devil. The Devil? A little. I didn't learn about them until I lived here. Why? Are they bad? Bad how? Well, my grandpa tells me things about Perchta and the demons and charms, and spirits and charms. I think the old lady Ottilia, she talked about them too, before she, yeah, I know. Grandpa says they're part of the old ways or something. So why do you think they're bad? My dad says I shouldn't listen to any of it. He said it's nonsense and that Father Thomas would be mad. He said he only tolerates it with old people because they're too stuck in their ways. I don't want to get in trouble, but Grandpa says if I don't learn the old ways, they'll just be forgotten. Huh. So are they bad? No, they're not bad. You should learn what you can while you can. Really? I mean, why not? Aww, I can't get her to embrace the old ways. An ordinary travel story. I'm sorry, I forgot I said anything. Until later. Oh, I can't get her to embrace the old ways. Big Jorg and Peter. Hello, Claire. Hello again, Andreas. We're about to sit down for supper. Care to join? I want to walk around a bit more. I need to talk to the fat bastards. I need to talk to these fat bastards. Just kidding. It's time for dinner. Just kidding. Actually, Claire, it's actually time for dinner. It would be my pleasure. It's truly a blessing to have everybody back together again, if only briefly. Keep an eye on that boy of yours, Andreas. See that he minds how much he takes. Young boys eat too much eat too goddamned much. Peter, stop that. Andreas is our guest. Why don't you lead us in grace? Fine. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts, which we are about to receive from your bounty. We pray again for our beloved Christine, gone now these many years. Please help me protect my family in these difficult times. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. 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 Help. Amen. 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 Young boys eat too much. Look at the guy next to you, mate. Damn. For real, for real. Can you hear anything from the garage? They're cleaning the garage. It's gonna be sparkly the next time I walk out there. Or covered in dust. Master Andreas, why are we the only ones with bread? The Gertners can't afford a lot of bread. They're being polite. Andreas, it's good to have you at our table again. And with another guest. Is this young man your assistant? Casper, yes. He's my apprentice. Ah, that would explain why I saw him writing in that little journal. I remember you did the same thing when you lived here. Now it's floating. You still draw in your journal, Andreas? I prefer to spend what little free time I have in books these days. Aunt Ava said she'd teach me to read, but her book got destroyed in a flood. Huh. How nice that you have the time. And we toil all day, and that despicable abbot is starving us while he sips his sacramental fucking wine. Lay off him, Dad. He's only just got here. No, he's right. How have the fates been treating you these past few years? Ugh. The Lord is testing us with another hard season, I'm afraid. That's one way to say it. Been miserable as shit all around. Maybe you should be resting, Grandpa. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna do it sitting up at my own goddamn table. The whole family's been ill, Andreas. Peter, his father, and Ursula with an ague. And me, well, Claire lost a child in childbed a few years ago. Tragedy. I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you, Andreas. It was some time ago, but, well, such things linger. It was monstrous. Monstrous. It seems the Lord rarely looks in on Tassing any longer. That's why it's time for us to take matters into our own hands. We're eating, not at the table. He's right. Do you think? Please, can we not talk about this right now? No, I'd love to talk about this right now. That's the one thing I'd like to talk about right now. I ate the bread. Georg here was married while you were away, Andreas. Yeah, I heard. You and Veronica make a good match, Georg. Thanks. Georg has been good to me. There aren't many other options in Tassing anyway. It's been a couple springs, but I'm still not used to being married. Congrats, Georg. I'm happy for you. Thanks, Andreas. It's been our one blessing in a dark season. With children soon to come, I hope. Ugh. Well, I don't get it. Do you? Forget it, Ursula. What have you been up to, Andreas? Foreign patrons are farcing. I've spent a fortune trying to keep my inks wet and canvases dry while traveling. Oh. What should I say? My life seems so far from theirs now. Don't leave them waiting. My mind's gone blank. What should I say? Don't leave them waiting. Think of something. There has to be something. Don't leave them waiting. I can't think of anything. Nothing but my miserable little problems. They'll think you're rude if you don't say something. Ursula, what have you been up to, Andreas? Nuremberg is miserable. I'm painting a commission, but patrons are paying to be added, so it's taking ages to finish. I've been so busy with Casper's apprenticeship, I never have any time to myself. Better not to have any children, then. Ugh. Imagine being sick in the Middle Ages. I think I'd rather shoot myself. I do my best to be helpful. Ursula, maybe you should excuse yourself and rest. You're sick. But Mom, I'm still hungry. Hey, Ursula, you can have some of mine. It's not fair that nobody else gets any bread besides Master Andreas and me. I already ate it all. Stop! Ursula, give it back to him. I'm not going to have people in this town saying we can't feed our goddamn guests. Besides, we'll all have to work to get back to, don't we? Good. He's right! Time to get back to it, Andreas. We'll see you and your boy later. My apologies, Peter. We don't mean to overstay our welcome. It's alright, Andreas. He's just in a bad mood. It was lovely to see you again. Yes, thank you for coming, Andreas. Will you be staying for St. John's Eve? I think so. Good. Hopefully we'll see you later. Until then. He's right! Compline! Compline! Go to sleep. On my honor. Peter seems like a jerk. Certainly not. She has a right to be mad. They're trying to kill him. Martin Bauer House. Maybe a little. I suppose there's better ways to broach the topic. But I mean, they are starving. That's pretty bad. A spine? My spine! Stolz, Eisenkopf. Eisenkopf, these nuts. They really do be cleaning the fucking parking garage right now. I don't think I can get out of my building at the current moment. Oh. The sin of Saul! The sin of Saul! Saul's the first monarch of Israel. According to the Old Testament, Saul was divinely rejected from the kingship after disobeying the prophet Samuel's instructions. Master, did you hear that? It sounded like someone's crying out. I think it's Sister Meal. Amelie, she's a mystic. She may be having one of her visions. Israel. Sister Amelie, are you alright? The Philistines, this is the hand of God. Compline. Sister, is something happening at Compline? Compline? It's complain right now. It's Compline right now. Oh! Sister? Sister Amelie? You're the artist, Andreas. Are you alright, sister? I'm tired. Was I talking? You're having a vision. You mentioned the sin of Saul, the Philistines, and Compline. I wish Father Thomas were here. Would you like Casper to go get him? If he could, yes. His house is just around the corner. Casper, run and get Father Thomas. Yes, Master Andreas. Your son? My apprentice, Casper Ziegler from Salzburg. He seems eager to please. Oh, hello, Lawless. Lolliet, rather. Oh, I'm Elle? Oh, hello, Elle. Shouldn't you be investigating? Nope, that happened. That already happened. Of course, that is the job of an apprentice. He isn't quite enthusiastic, yes. I have little knowledge of the workings of masters and apprentices. My world is one spirit, decoupled from the march of life and death. I see and hear your world turning from this little window, but they're mercifully small glimpses. You chose a difficult life. The life is not difficult, but the choice was. My life belongs to God, and its trials are mine to endure in this cell. Your world is the world of normal lives and normal thoughts. It can be difficult to hear the divine, much less make sense of it. I have no will to be a part of the world. I strive to have no will at all, but to subordinate myself to the will of God. When my will is his will, he graces me with visions, confusing though they may be. Certainly, if God is giving you visions, he wants you to understand them. Understanding is a trial, Andreas. Perhaps what God wants for me is to strive, and in striving to understand a different, deeper mystery. It is not my place to question his will, but to contemplate the revelations I receive with the help of Father Thomas. Sister, what is that hole in the ground? My grave. That seems macabre. I dug it before Father Thomas read me my funeral rites. Before I was enclosed here, I dig a little more of it each day. Most people find it shocking, but this is my devotion, my vocation. Once someone finds their calling, they must answer it fully. Was a calling to a cloistered life not enough? What if the calling is wrong? I wish I could give a helpful answer, but I don't know. I felt this was my calling even before I could admit it to myself. Is your calling in question, Andreas? Is your life? Both, I think. I've lost my love. My love for art, love for family, love for anything. These last 7 years have been hard. It was all too much for me. Don't lose hope, Andreas. The human heart is no small thing. It can hold so much. Augustine. We love quoting Augustine, don't we, folks? We love quoting Augustine. Andreas, thank you for sending Casper. It seemed prudent. Are you all right, Sister Amelie? Yes, Father, I may have had another vision. Andreas said I spoke of the sin of Saul, Philistines, and Compline. What do you think it means, Father? Andreas, Casper, could you excuse us? We appreciate your help, but I must tend to her now in the church. Of course, Father. Good evening. God bless you both. Master Andreas, I'm confused. What did that all mean? I'm not sure, but the last time I heard Sister Amelie give a vision, it was just before the Baron was murdered. What? Do you think... Could Sister Amelie be receiving warnings? It's easy to think that, especially after the fact, but I was only present for one murder and one other vision. But what if there's another murder? If that happens, I may revise my opinion. Come, Casper, let's retire for the evening. The second vision. Onto the meadow. Oh, we have to go there. Is that a new inn? You're a good reader? No shot. I've stumbled over myself like 60,000 times at this point. Meat, more, meat, more, meat. Oh, I guess, Graham, I guess I would be who's that guy that stands on the podium in the middle of the small village and then announces the news? I would be that guy. But I don't know. That sounds fun, but honestly, I don't think I have... My voice isn't loud enough for that. The teller. The crier. I'd be the town crier. I'd be crying on it, bro. Dude, they are cleaning the garage today. They've made like 3 passes now. I still read the manifesto. I'm crying on the manifesto. Who the fuck? Oh, Smokey, you're still up. Oh, I guess you don't care, though. He gets to sleep late. Compline. 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 You think they'll let me in? Oh, they will let me in. Aren't they talking? Aren't they speaking on it? Nope, I suppose not. What's happening in the garage? They're cleaning it. I don't know how it works, but I don't know if they got like a big-ass machine, but it's loud as fuck. It's gonna be so shiny in there. It smells so fresh. Alright. I think we've explored everywhere for the night. I'm not mistaken, so let's go back and hit the bench. They put a damn tavern out here in the middle of the meadow. Slungus. They got the mercenary out here in the corner of the tavern, just sort of chilling. What's up with that? Slung. Alright, time to sleep. Let's go to bed. It's getting late. I should get some rest. Go to sleep. Dude, I got my good nightcap on. I got that good nightcap on me. Tss. Louds and prime. Prime. Matins. Meet Illuminata at the library. How about I go to the main menu instead? How does that sound? How about I go to the main menu instead, and then I quit? How about that? To birth a star, indeed. Alright, folks, you must inspect your boat, indeed, and I'm also on the run. That was a little bit more Pentiment. We finally finished the first chapter, which, I'm going to be honest, I thought we were all going to die. But we made it out alive, and I think as we continue on our journey down here at Curacao once more, I think we're all still going to die. I can only see this ending in me dying. Not by any natural causes. Alright everybody, that was some Pentiment. I will see everybody tomorrow in the morning for Lunar Ascendant. I love that game. I love Pentiment so much. It's honestly really good. Alright, everybody. I will catch everybody tomorrow. I hope everybody has a good one. Maybe in the second chapter something bad happens. Maybe. Alright, everybody, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. See ya, bye!